Hey Nick, what's up, man? My name's Jeremy. I'm calling you from Seattle. And I had a few questions for you. I've been working on a website for my parents back in Utah. They've got a wholesale distribution company. I've had it for about 25 years. We've been building a website for them here, which is not my background. We just wanted to throw something together for them on Shopify. And we're kind of at a point where I think we've reached our skill set threshold. So we wanted to reach out to a few companies here on island and see what services are available. In the short term, we're looking for some design, experience, also functionality, walking through checkout process, kind of user interface. When you have some time, give me a call. I think long term, depending on how fast that comes along, we're going to be kind of gearing up to target people online more. They've kind of been more of a brick and mortar company, kind of a mom and pop shop for a long time. So trying to get them up to this century, I guess, and see if we can get them rolling. So when you have some time, give me a call. My name again is Jeremy, and my phone number is. This is Jeremy.
Hey Jeremy, this is Nick Ponte from Nick Ponte Marketing. How are you?
Oh, hey Nick, doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for reaching out this weekend. I had a bit of a long weekend, so I had to get back to you today. But yeah, I really appreciate you leaving me the message.
Oh yeah, no problem. I found you online. I think I just searched your name on Google, or searched for marketing companies locally on Google, and just got a little bit of it's a whole. I think I left you a message on kind of what I was thinking. It's my parents' website. My wife and I were trying to surprise them by to help bring them up to the 21st century. They've been in business for about 25, maybe 30 years now in Utah, and they're a local wholesaler for several different coffee. Well, primarily Lavazza is one of their main coffee brands, but they have a whole slew of products that they sell to local coffee shops, cafes, resorts, hotels, things of that nature. And for the last 20 plus years, they've been doing it all kind of archaically. Vendor shops have to call in their orders, every week that they need their orders. So we've got kind of like a twofold goal going on here. The primary priority, I guess, is that we want to help streamline the operation for current wholesale customers on Shopify, so that they can order online and quickly do reordering and editing of existing orders. We've actually baked some of that functionality into the current Shopify website, but the whole design of the current website that my wife and I built, we didn't know what we were doing. It's not our background. It was kind of a off-the-shelf theme, yada yada. So we're looking for some ideas and trying to find somebody to partner with that understands Shopify and kind of help us with some of our goals.
Awesome. Well, let me just start out by saying that I love Lavazza coffee.
Oh, you do? Yeah. Anyway, I'll get you some.
I really do. When I moved to Europe for a while, and I got super hooked on the espresso pods, Lavazza espresso pods over there. And then when I moved back here, I bought one of those European machines where you put the grounds in, or you put the beans in, it grinds it up, and spits it out in a nice little espresso. And yeah, Lavazza is definitely my favorite, so that's pretty
Killer,
cool.
Man. Well, I've got a bunch of super cream at my house, so happy to throw you a couple bags.
I won't turn that down. And yeah, cool. I'm glad you found us on Google. That's usually really important to us because we want our clients to know that we know how to do search engine optimization and things like that. A lot of people out there are talking about doing it, but they don't really rank themselves, which is kind of an interesting situation.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So just a couple of questions. You mentioned you already have a site, so it's a Shopify site, right?
It is, yeah. It's a Shopify site right now. We don't have all the products loaded yet. We ran into some issues. I live here in Kiev, and their warehouse and everything's back in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we hired a photographer originally to go take pictures, and then it became this whole copyright issue where she wanted to maintain ownership of the images so that she could sell them on stock photography websites and stuff. And we're like, well, not really. We don't really want that to happen. So it became this whole ordeal. And so we can get a lot of the images from the vendors, but some of them need to be resized, and it just kind of turned into this thing where it's like, I don't really really want to be doing this. It's not my background.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of turned into a joke. But I think they're at a point too where I was having some issues with them getting the information I needed to add to the website. Now they're at a point, I think, in their life where the timing's better. They have more time to devote to getting the images and helping me with the information I need to get on the website. But the biggest thing for me is I don't really know what I'm doing,
right.
And I need some design expertise on the flow. First of all, the flow, is it inviting when somebody comes to the page? What demographic is it really catering to? Things of that nature. It's just, I don't know if did I leave you the website address on the voicemail?
No, you didn't. But so the first step of the whole process for us is I've got a discovery form at the top of our website, and that just asks us a few questions, things like what is the website, some of the goals you're looking for, and things like that. And really we take all that information, then I'll call you back, and I do a little further analysis, and I'm able to give you more of a detailed kind of idea what we're looking at.
Cool. Yeah.
So that would be the first step to do that discovery form. But another question that I have is, so are you guys? It sounds like it's a pretty new Shopify website. You're not really getting any business off of it yet, right?
I think we've had like 5 orders, but we've literally done 0 marketing.
Okay.
I don't even know how people are finding us on Google somehow.
Huh.
They don't really have a Facebook page. They don't really do any social media yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's twofold. I would like to. We're kind of trying to surprise them, my wife and I. We're gonna invest our own money to help get this thing rolling. But it's twofold. The primary objective, like I said, is just we want to build this out for their current wholesale customers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some great plugins with Shopify which make, from what I understand, like customer specific pricing per product pretty easy. So we're trying to keep costs down by using pre-built apps and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the second fold is it would be great to create another stream of income, which has kind of been the orders that they've received thus far on the website have been new customer acquisition. But we're not doing any follow-up emails or doing any SEO or anything yet. So we're kind of in really infancy stages here.
Yeah. So is the goal to land more clients from like SEO organically, or are you guys looking at spending money on ads every month and things like that, or are you open to a blended marketing strategy, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we're definitely open. Again, the first goal is to have the website functioning properly, and then they do want to get a marketing thing going, but they didn't want to do that until we had all the products online. And then I want to make sure that the design and the flow is good, so we're not losing, so our conversion rates don't suck.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the only reason I ask is because, there's a big gap in like a Shopify website and in terms of search engine optimization. So I just want to know, like what's the overall goal or the end game? Like, are you, and are you wanting to stick with Shopify for a particular reason? I know you mentioned the plugins and things like that, but is it also so that you can kind of take it over and manage it at some point, or?
I think in terms of fulfillment and analytics, that was a big part of it. So that I don't want to actually personally manage the website long term.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to turn it over to their staff. They do have their fixed staff in their location in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be able to turn it over for fulfillment, things of that nature. And so that they can adjust, manage the content on the website on their own.
Right.
That was part of it. So I just like the idea of having a platform that already has that built into it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying that if we want to shoot for long term SEO options, you're saying Shopify doesn't allow you to do that, or what?
Not that it doesn't allow you to do it, but a platform like WordPress, which is the most widely used and search engine rank friendly type platform there is, you might want to look into, since you're at sort of a ground zero, you might want to start out there, because with the long term goal being to organically rank for coffee fulfillment Utah, or whatever the keyword may be.
Right.
So then that way, sometimes I see where, people start out with a Shopify and then they want to move over to SEO, and then they need to do a redesign from Shopify to WordPress, which isn't a big deal if you don't mind doing that. I just I want to throw the paint up on the walls and let you know what you're looking at, and short-term, long-term type things. So
you're saying WordPress offers is more compatible with search engines?
Yeah, it's the most like the way that it's written, the code and everything. It's the cleanest and lightest and leanest, and search engines tend to rank those websites built on WordPress quicker and above like Shopify websites and drag and drop builder type websites.
Right.
And that's not to say that, I don't know how familiar you are with WordPress, but that's not to say that we can't add plugins and drag and drop builder type functionality that you might need to have some of your team members manage the content moving forward. And there's all sorts of analytics type plugins that go into WordPress where you can track sales and where traffic is coming from and where they're leaving and all that type of stuff. So I just like to ask these types of questions because you may not know what other platforms offer, or there might be some specific piece that Shopify offers that you need. So I just I like to get that info.
No, that's all good stuff. I think we're pretty open-minded to whatever's going to be the most efficient and effective. I think long term, I want to make sure our foundation's correct.
Mm-hmm.
So redesign. I mean, I'd rather not. If you're saying, look, if you get down the road and you want to scale this up, or you need to redesign it into a WordPress platform or whatever, then we might as well do that now.
Well, the other piece of it is with Shopify and their platform, you really have to stay within the guidelines and the confines of what your site is going to look like, and you're only allowed so much. But what we really specialize in is building custom WordPress websites with really heavy on the SEO. So if you were to be like, part of the discovery form again is, I ask a couple questions like, what are your, 3 websites that you like the look and feel of, and they may be your competitors or whatever. But with WordPress, we can build anything, custom, totally everything. And it sounds like the initial landing page value proposition of your website is a big piece for you too. The flow of everything. So, with WordPress, we can just do anything. It's totally custom. So if you give me 3 websites and we like these 3, I can give you all the best pieces of each one. You know what I mean? Whereas with Shopify, I can only do what Shopify is really going to allow me to do. Does that make sense?
No, it does. Yeah. Totally makes sense. So for the e-commerce part of WordPress, I mean, do they use a plugin for their e-commerce, or what do they do?
Oh, there's tons of plugins. There's even a plugin where you can pull a catalog off of Shopify. So you can have Shopify information that's being pulled in off of API onto your WordPress website. But there's so many e-commerce plugins. A free one is called WooCommerce, where you can add and variable products and sizes, and it just really depends on what type of products you're selling, how many you have, things like that. So we don't want to. There's so many plugins you could overkill what you're actually trying to sell. So
totally.
Yeah. So I would say fill out that discovery form. That way I can take a little closer look at what you've already got going on and what you might be looking at, and I would call you back and we can have another quick little chat on what we're looking at.
Well, sounds good, man. And then do you have, as far as your business model, are you guys primarily SEO, or is it SEO just a function of, or web design just a function of your SEO, or what's your model look like?
What's happened is just the natural progression is, we build a lot of websites, we do a lot of custom websites, but we also do everything from, print marketing to running Facebook ads and all that type of stuff. But we started out building websites, and the natural progression has been like, okay, I've got this website now, how do I get sales with it, and how do I get traffic to it? So we've progressed into really focusing on building these custom websites, but then turning them into a working tool that actually converts your traffic and ranks high in search engines. So it's just the next step. After you get the website, you need to make it work. So
yeah, exactly.
Whether that's with SEO or Facebook ads or Google ads or running different offline print marketing campaigns, whatever it is, we do all of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, that's rad, man. I'll jump on there now and fill out your form that you have here, and then I think I've kind of spec'd out what we want in my head. Put more of it down on paper, but
okay.
We'll get it over to you, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So at the top of nickponte.com, there's a link that says Discovery. There's a website and an SEO Discovery. You might as well just fill both those out while you're at it, so I have them both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on, man. I'm on there now, so get it going.
Okay. All right, Jeremy. Thank you, and I
will
will probably give you a call back tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good, man. Thanks again.
All right, no problem.
See you, dude.
Bye-bye.